Hey guys, welcome to another New World video. In today's video I want to talk about coin, specifically how to make it. I have been seeing more and more recently a growing frustration in the community, both about how to make coin and a lack of understanding where people are getting their coin. Many people are posting about seeing videos and screenshots where people have hundreds of thousands of coin, and because they are newer to the game, they assume these people either sell only BIS items, own a territory, or in fact buy their coin. Well, truly, probably none of the above is the case. Coin in New World is a very easy thing to make, although it does take some understanding to do so. But once you get the idea of how things work, the shifts and change, you will then be banking hundreds of thousands of coin for yourself in no time. Now, the first thing I would like to address before we get started is M10 coin making. Yes, there is a ton of coin to be made by doing M10s, and you can also, once your group is seasoned, sell slots for the final boss kill for incredible coin. However, if you were in a position to do either of these things, you would not be asking, how can I make coin? This is one of those high-end situational methods and won't apply to the average player. So stop aiming for this right away, because it is not the best, and it is not an accessible way to make coin. If it was, who would be buying the slots that you see people asking to buy all day? No. What I will be talking about are the ways that anyone can make coin at almost any level. First, let's talk about gathering. So when you set out looking to make coin, you're going to look at YouTube and search how do I make coin in New World. And you're going to find countless videos that are telling you the same thing. Gather wood, make charcoal, gather stone, and on and on. And yes, these can be amazing ways to make coin. But they're not the best, and here's why. Everyone's watching those videos. Everyone's doing those things. So prices will always go down, and they always do. Now, what is important to take away from these videos is this: the idea that you can make coin simply by farming simple items. What's not important is focusing on suggested items. Instead, what you need to do to make a ton of coin is to know your server. Go to your market and look at it. Dig around. See what people are farming and what people are not. Then think on it. Are the things I am looking at important? What end product are these used for? And is that something people are consuming regularly? You see, the problem with watching gold making guides and videos like that, where you are told to farm this and do that to get gold, this changes, and it changes almost on a daily basis. What's important is thinking for yourself. Now, there are some things that you can take away from these videos that are important, but try not to focus on the what and more the how. The main things to keep in mind while farming things to make coin are: is it easy to farm? Is it out of the way, which will make high-end players tend to not want to bother? And how long will it take to get a lot of it? You see, this is why many players that I know have made gold cap and beyond, farming things like Bumble Blossom, Azoth Water, and believe it or not, even reeds. These are things that may not sell for 25 coin per, and only maybe 0.45 or so. But the difference here is they're consumed in a great quantity. They always have active buy orders, and you can gather them very easily. Focusing on things like weirdwood or ironwood or orichalcum, yes, can make you a ton of coin, if you're on a dead server. But on most servers, these are very contested and can lead to nothing but a ton of frustration. Try to think bigger picture. Yes, that rawhide you're farming does only sell for roughly 0.35 per, which seems horrible, but each creature you skin gives 60-ish. That's 20 coin per creature you kill. Sounds a lot better that way, right? Now, it also gives meat, which may surprise you, but does also sell quite well. So if you can find a great spot to AoE grind rawhide, somewhere that lets you kill 10 mobs at once then skin them, that would be roughly 10 mobs per minute skinned. Now let's think about that. That's 10 mobs times 60 minutes equals 600, at roughly 20 coin per mob, so 600 times 20. Now you're looking at 12,000 coin per hour. You see, farming for super rare items is not always the answer. You could go hours, even days, without getting one of those 20k coin items. But doing this is consistent, guaranteed, and mindless. Now, is it boring? Yes, quite. But that's why it's profitable. The people who have vast coffers of coin won't want to do this. So here you are to fill this void. And again, I'm not saying you can only skin to get rich. I am saying use this principle. Skin, pick fiber, gather motes. Speaking of motes, this is a great way to make profit these days. For the same reason many think that it isn't. Most people have stopped farming motes because the new attunements on tools make getting motes passive. They're simple, and they are losing value every day. So they think, why would I farm motes? Well, here's why. Most are not doing it now, dropping the supply of the mote byproducts, like earth spine stems for example, and stuff like that. Although those are still needed in huge supply, so the price on those is going up very quickly. The first step to getting rich in New World is looking at the bigger picture. How will this change affect everything, at every stage, not just the end product? Which directly leads me to my next tip for making coin. Be aware of things. Know the PTR changes. Read patch notes on the PTR. Watch all of the content creator videos about the PTR, because frankly, many of the changes simply aren't in the notes. Basically, know what's changing and what's being added in the future. This will often impact the market in a massive way when it hits live. Changing metas, adding new recipes, these things are big. For example, looking at things we know are coming. Right now, Beast Ward and Beast Bane are meme perks. They almost piss people off when they receive them on a craft. Well, two things are happening. One being the Halloween event, which gave us free patterns for guaranteed legendary weapons, which had a very, very high chance at rolling Beastbane. And, at the moment, there are tons of them on the market very cheap. And second, we know the upcoming raid is going to be very, very difficult, and it's going to be to kill the worm found in the deserts of Brimstone. So when this drops, everyone on the server is going to go into a mad frenzy buying anything associated with Beastbane and Beast Ward. But right now, those perks are throwaway and almost free. So you see, a shrewd moneymaker would look for a few special Beastbane items or Beast Ward items, a few cheap Halloween blueprints and stuff like that are cheap, and buy them and store them away for when this drops. They will see prices double, triple, or even much better. So knowing this stuff well in advance is big. Another example is the counterbalances. Me, for example, I purchased hundreds of these about a month before the Brimstone patch went live, and I only paid 1 to 3 coin per. No one cared about them. But I noticed on the New World database that they were used to make the 590 Greatsword crafting recipes. When the Brimstone patch went live, I sold all of them on day 1 for 1,000 coin per. Now, all of them. Things like this will always make you quite rich. So stay on top of the game news, that is key. Another great way to make gold is through buy orders. This again requires some research. It can also be simple, like placing buy orders for simple crafting mats a little cheaper than they generally sell for, hoping the bots and the casuals will just unload to you for ease. Then you can post for a little profit and everyone's happy. But there are a few better ways to make larger amounts of gold using buy orders. Here's one example. When they first dropped the perfect salvage system, there were some professions that produced scraps at a much higher rate than others, like engineering for example, or armoring. And people used them to make extra gypsum casts. But people who maxed expertise and had a ton of umbrals opted to just sell them. Well, I placed buy orders for infused engineering fragments for 65 coin per. And many people filled them, and believe it or not, they still do to this day. I always have an active buy order for these. Now, why was this important? Well, not only are they used to make the new extra gypsum, they are also used to craft 1 Asmodium per 2 fragments, with no cooldown. So I'm producing 1 Asmodium and selling it for 275 to 320 coin per bar, and it only cost me 130 to make. Small things like this are huge ways to produce coin. So always be aware of how every system works in the game. Simply knowing things is how you make coin. Now, the final way that I managed to have so much coin, and is in my opinion one of the most important ways, is food. Not selling food, but using food. I see so many people talking about how it is costing them so much for 40 con food, or the crazy price of 40 strength food and dexterity food, and they're always broke because they always need these foods. And it always confuses me. Why even buy those? Yes, I am aware to be competitive in PvP you need the 500 attributes, which yes requires food, and also you need the food buffs for expeditions and difficult content. I get all of that, but you know what's super cheap and easy to farm? Mixed stat foods. Simply adjust your builds to use foods that offer a mix. It equals the same amount of attributes. For example, turkey thigh with pan gravy and spiced wild berries. This offers 24 constitution and 16 strength. Again, 40 attributes just like the expensive food, just spread out. So adjust your build to account for that, and you get the same bonus as the plus 40 foods at a tiny fraction of the cost. Saving coin is the same as making coin. Okay guys, if you have any other questions about making coin, please feel free to ask. I always answer my comments, so feel free to drop them in the comments or to join my Discord and ask me there. And as always guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.